What's up, Shazam family? Today we're here to talk Shazam tech. We're here to talk about Down 2. Why are we talking about Shazam tech at all? I've been recently playing with some dudes online, like semi-regularly, and we've been having some fun. And sort of made me revisit Shazam and what he's capable of. And yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about Down 2 and why I think it's an incredible move. So first off, it is 9 frames. It's a mid. It's a launcher, right? So like a lot of these, you can sort of, if you do it in the right area, you can get some stuff off of it. Um, so yeah, it's a launcher. Um, also, I think this is kind of important just in general. These moves, down twos, this is sort of a system-wide mechanic, I want to say. It's more like a feature, maybe kind of a glitch. Not a glitch, but doing multiple down twos decreases the amount of knockdown time your opponent has. So standard, this is 1/1002. So like, a second and a half. If you do two, barely a second. Um, so there's that. So keep that in mind as we think about down twos in general. That is a system-wide mechanic that all characters have access to, but it's really important for Shazam, and I'll explain in a little bit. So let's go like some of the first couple of reasons why this move is great. It has an incredible hitbox. So when I say it has an incredible hitbox, its horizontal hitbox is nuts. That's like a character and a half, maybe. No, that's like a character, right? That's like a character. Boom, right? And it's a mid. So incredible horizontal hitbox. The the aerial hitbox isn't bad. Or like the anti-air hitbox, it's not bad, but it's much harder. It feels really slow compared to something like Batman's or like Green Lantern. Like it feels like it hits slower above his head, which makes sense, right? It's got incredible horizontal range. The other thing about this move, let's see if I can pull this off, is it has a hitbox like basically behind him, right? Like that was behind. Um, so, like maybe they don't land that deep jump in, maybe they'd like miss it, but his down two has a solid hitbox behind him too, which is just, kind of wild. Um, so yeah, there's another great thing. Incredible horizontal hitbox, and there's a hitbox behind him, which sort of like if they're empty jumping, they're gonna get hit, which is cool. The second thing that's really, really great. Did I go over frames? It's 9 frames fast and it's -3, so you're unpunishable. The pushback isn't amazing. Let's see if it does have any real pushback because in general you can only be challenged by like you know down one. Yeah, so like not a lot. So you could definitely be pressured if you're like if you sort of do this in their face. There's a down one would hit there if you decided to push again, but in general not too bad. Um, Probably his best poke, which is terrible to say because like that's not a good it's not a good poke. Um, okay, so I think I wanted to show off. Let's do ducks. Okay, so the next bit is so wild horizontal hitbox. Um, it also ticks, right? So it this move allows you to tick into his command grabs, both of his command grabs. If you tick into Achilles clutch, you are looking at 52% damage. Look at that for 2 meters. I honestly think like I'm not a great Injustice player, but I do know how to like get a lot of damage out of Shazam's like opportunities. So like you may hit me a bunch of times. If I grab you once and I have meter because you've been pounding on my face, uh, you're losing half of your life. You know, I think I was definitely like, and Shazam isn't even that great a character, but I think I was carried a lot by the sheer damage and the fact that you can tick into both of his command grabs is really powerful off of this move. Again, the horizontal hitbox is incredible. So the reason why I bring up the horizontal hitbox, why I've sort of been talking up, is check this out. Whoop. So after Achilles clutch, you can take a micro walk forward and you can hit. This doesn't even hit normally, right? For whatever reason, in Injustice and Injustice 2, the like wake up hitbox for the opponent is way closer to you. So look at that. Like, there's no way they're expecting something like that. Um, so yeah, like it's a really unexpected tick. Uh, like it's really unexpected and it's really powerful. So again, just the power of the horizontal hurt box there, combined with sort of the tick. So you've got one strength horizontal hurt box and the other strength, the power up of the tick grab. So really, really cool. The third thing that's awesome about this move is it's going to be twofold. The fact that this is the only way in which you are able to land. It's the only way you're able to safely activate your trait outside of a raw 3. So standing 3 is a safe activation for trait, but if you want a combo, right, that's possible. So what you just saw there was a very tricky setup. So remember how I talked about the system-wide mechanic of the multiple down 2s? What did we do there? We used 1 down 2 to activate. The combo's, it's not hard. So we used 1 down 2 to activate, and we used another down 2 in a really weird spot. Yeah. So, like, that's the power of the activating trait, and then also being able to capitalize on that weird down 2 decreased knockdown state. So, here we go. We'll show that off again if we can. And there's more than a few ways to actually like land trait. A couple other combo starters. The other amazing thing about this is, so they can't. So look at this. This is 3 meters. Bam, 54. That's 84% damage. Absurd for 3 meters. The other thing is all enemies, while rising from a knockdown, are like they're always standing for like 1 frame or something crazy. So you can always at 0, like if you activate, Herculean Might on their wake up, you will always grab them as long as they're not, backdashing or rolling or whatever, or using an invincible wake up. So we use that and the power of these down 2s to basically make it so that they're in an unwinnable situation in this particular instance. You could roll there. You could definitely roll. But yeah, so that's another really cool tool. Here's another setup. Whoop. This is another trait setup off of down 2. Right, so 25% damage, but the other cool thing is you're actually able to get 3 down 2s in this particular combo, if you did want to spend the meter. Oh, okay, a little too fast there on the... There's a way to time it, so they're just low enough to the ground. Let's see if I can get it. I think maybe you do have to wait a little bit longer. The other thing is, because this sort of like messes up, it decreases the knockdown time, your opponent won't be super ready for the, like they won't be ready to roll and they won't be ready to use their invincible wake-ups. Because the knockdown time is so short, it can throw off all that timing, which is super cool for us. So you just saw, another setup there for, oh, and the other one is super classic, the standard Herculean Might, whoop, into down 2, into trait, right? Let's see if I can. This is definitely always been tricky for me. It's why you don't see me using it very often in my matches, just because online makes it even trickier. I use this a lot more with Cheetah. It felt like hers was a lot more forgiving than Shazam's is. I swear, I gotta get this once. Wow. There we go. So there you go. That's this is the power of down two, an insane horizontal hitbox. It allows us to tick into down. It allows us ticks into Herculean Might and Achilles Clutch. It's the only way for us to combo into trait. Nothing to sneeze at when you know that he does insane damage because of it. And then because of the system-wide weird, multiple down twos sort of thing, you can craft some pretty nasty setups with it. So that's it. There's some Shazam tech for you. Use down two if you're playing this game. It's pretty good. And that's it, gang. Thanks. Bye.